Hi friends, long time no talk. Oh, I better take these off before you get the glare. I'm looking lovely. A big hot mess right now, but I have a lot to update you on, so I hope I don't forget anything. I am resting. I'm so tired. But I wanted to give you an update just because, well, if I don't have you on Facebook, I have some great, awesome, surprising news. But if I do have you on Facebook, just to update you on everything that's gone on, everything the doctor said, and all the milestones. So, let's just say I am officially a human mommy. And I'm so excited. Genevieve came Thursday, June 28th, 4 days after my birthday. And yeah, you know what? I'm really not even surprised. So here's what happened earlier last week. I think it was Monday before my first ultrasound, because I get 2 a week. Remember, it was Monday and Thursday. Monday, I had a dream that that we went in to weigh her, and she had only gained 2 ounces in 2 weeks. And the doctors always say growth is good, so that they were going to keep her in there. And I was very upset with them, ended up making them mad. Remember, this is a dream. Making them really mad because I kept telling them, if she's making 2 pounds growth every 2 weeks, by the time she hits 37 weeks or even 40 weeks, she won't even be 4 pounds to go home. Which at that point it was 3.7, so it was 3.7, I think it was. It's been so long. My brain's been crazy. But anyway, so I was getting mad at them, and they kept pleading their case that they don't want to take her. And I told them, no, you need to take my kid from me. So that was my dream Monday. Well, Monday, we went in, or Sunday night, so Monday, we went in for our sonogram, and that's exactly what happened. But we had a different doctor who was like, when do you get a growth scan? And I told them, well, technically not till Thursday, but, I would love it if you would sneak one in. So he said, well, let's do an unofficial one. Just know that these numbers are not 100% accurate. The one on Thursday will be the decision maker for what your next step is. So just as my dream was, it was my reality. She had only gained 2 ounces in 2 weeks. Yeah. So that really concerned me. While it concerned me, it also gave me peace that she's coming. Like, we're going to have her. So let's see, Wednesday night, the night before my Thursday sonogram, I was at so much peace. Took a shower, I ate a great dinner, I slept the best that I had slept in a month that I had been at the hospital. It's like my body knew they were going to give me the news I wanted, which was to take her early. And I was 34 weeks, 5 days at that time. And I wanted them to take her, even though she's so little, just because I knew that she would do better outside of me than inside of me. So again, I was very well rested and very excited and ready for that growth scan. So went in Thursday. My normal high-risk doctor was there. He scanned, and I was very nervous because he's a little bit more conservative and won't make those quick decisions, which is good, but I'm ready to have her. Well, he does the scan, and then he shows the curve of her growth and what it should be. Well, her growth had been slowly inclining, and then at this point it started to decline. So a few weeks ago, when we first got into the hospital, I was at the 13th percentile. 2 weeks from that, I was at the 3rd percentile. 2 weeks from that, I dropped from the 3rd to below the 3rd, and then that Thursday, I was below the 1st percentile. So her growth was declining. And while she had only gained 2 ounces, still she wasn't making the progress that she needed to make. So he told me, all right, we're having a baby today. And I was like, what? Today? I don't know why I thought in my head that it would be this week, the first week of July, like that Monday. So I did my sonogram Thursday, thinking Monday or Tuesday we would have her. But no, he said, we're going to have her today at 3 o'clock. So go back, get ready. We're going to start the magnesium and get you over to labor and delivery and get you prepped up and ready to go. And that's exactly how it went. my mom had left that night because she had been staying with me since I think that Monday. Oh, lovely angles here, beautiful. She had left Thursday morning because my husband had come to do the sonogram with me, and so she was going home to get rest and to spend some time with my nieces and nephews. And I called her after the sonogram, and I told her everything, and they had said 3 o'clock, so I was thinking in my naive mind, not having kids, 3 o'clock is when the show would begin. But no, it was quickly after I got to my room that things just started happening quickly. So I called her, and thankfully she's very smart and was already on her way back up to the hospital. And I was like, Mom, please hurry up and get here now. I lied. Don't stay longer at home. Get here. And she did. So those 3 out, like waiting, I think the sonogram, we waited, I think when we found that out, it was like 8 in the morning to 3. It didn't even drag. Like, it really did go by quickly. While I was on the magnesium waiting to deliver her, I was fine. Everything was fine. It wasn't until that we started to do the epidural or the spinal tap, whatever they ended up doing, that I started like, my blood pressure went really, really low. My face turned blue. Like, I was going to pass out. And one thing that you shouldn't do if you're doing that, don't hold your breath. So I held my breath and I almost passed out. So that was a fun experience. And then we had her at 3:39. June 28th, and she was 3 pounds 5 ounces, itty bitty baby. And I remember waiting. I had a C-section, which was planned whenever we decided to have her or were going to have her. We knew we were going to have a C-section due to my complications. But I kept telling my husband, you know, I just need to hear her cry. I just need to hear her cry. I don't know how many times I said that. I just need to hear her cry. Well, I heard her cry. Not only cry, she came out screaming mad. She was so mad. So they went back, cleaned her up, and then they brought her over to me, and oh my goodness, she was so little and so skinny, and my heart just hurt, you know, because I knew that the reason why she wasn't plump was because of me, and it hurt me so bad. But I was so happy to hear her screaming. So they took her right away. They took her right away to the NICU. We knew that that's where she would end up going anyways, so this is where we're at. We're in the NICU, and I'm in a NICU donated room, which is so cool. It's a room that I can stay in. I can only stay for 3 nights, and then other NICU mommies, they give it to them. So this is my last night here. So I'm here, and I'm so thankful for previous NICU mommies and families who have donated funds for this, because I get to stay in this room down the hall from my baby. And, you know, I get to see her anytime I want. And I get 3 free meals a day. And I like to eat, so that was good. So that was her birthing. That's what happened then. So she stayed in the NICU. And right after I had her, a couple hours, I don't know how long. I don't really know how long. After I had her, they wheeled me down to her room to see her in her incubator thingy. And I couldn't even stay awake. Like, the magnesium effects were really bothering me. I started puking and felt like I was going to pass out, got hot, dizzy, couldn't keep my eyes open, nothing. But what I do know is that when I went back to see her, she had the CPAP machine, the really big one on her, and it was scary for me. It was very scary, and it really hurt my heart, again, because I knew that my body was the cause of that. So I'm not going to cry, but that was hard. That was really hard. Like, I took a couple of pictures of her in that state because I wanted to remember her, but remember that for progress. But I didn't want any pictures taken of her like that, you know, because I knew she would be strong in those pictures, and in that way it didn't look that way. So we didn't take many pictures, but I have a couple, but I'm just going to keep those private to myself because those are hard. It's really hard to see your baby like that. So days after, I started feeling better, and they would wheel me down there, and I'd see her still with that machine on her face. So I don't know if I'll explain this right, but the oxygen that she was on, it was a level 5, and she's supposed to breathe 21% of whatever. That's the percentage that she's supposed to be breathing, because that's what we breathe. So she was at a level 5. She's jumped to a level 2 now. That's where she's at right now. She's at a level 2, doing great. She's not even really receiving any oxygen. It's just mainly for the flow. The big CPAP machine is off, but she has that little nasal thingy that's there. She also has a feeding tube, I think it's called a feeding tube. That sounds horrible. Just to help make sure that she's getting all that nutrients, and which they're looking at taking that out tomorrow, which is Thursday, July 5th. Hey, it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. So they're looking at doing that. They're going to try to take all her IVs off tomorrow. And the good thing is she's passed her brain test, that they did a brain scan on her. They've done, her sugar levels are fine. Her sodium levels are fine. She's gone on and off with jaundice. She'll get it and then it goes away. And they say that that's pretty typical with preemies. So we're fighting that right now, that battle. But the thing is that we found out today is that they have a room that is a step above NICU. And I call it the halfway house, basically, or the transitional room. But it's called like special care room or something like that. And basically what it is so in the NICU, there's like a room with 4 pods. And each pod is, a baby. And so in the transitional room or the special care room, we go to a different part of the hospital, and I get a room guaranteed with Jenaveve in there. So she'll get a crib or take her little incubator thing down there, and we'll be together 24/7. So I'll get to change her, feed her. It's transition, right? It's from going from the hospital to major mommyhood. And I'm excited because I'll have some support. And if you personally know me or know me personally, I don't know much about babies, and I'm afraid of them. So I'm excited I'm excited about that. I'm excited to have nurses and care. And like I said, this is my last room in this room, because other mommies need this room. So it's going to be hard the next few days, but they're going to try to get her where she's functioning at, a 0, like I said, because she's on 2 right now, level 0 at 21% of oxygen, or something. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. So once we can do that and she's stable, then we can go to that special care area, and I'll be excited because more family can come visit. Here in the NICU, we keep it very, very strict. We don't want to be exposed to too many germs. So right now it's been my mom, my husband's mom, my grandma, me, and my husband, of course, that have been back here. But once we get to the special care room, anybody can see her with restrictions, of course. So I'm excited. I'm so excited to have my baby girl. Today is the first day I did a kangaroo hold, which is where it's skin-to-skin contact. So my mom's held the baby. My mother-in-law's held the baby. I've held the baby. My husband's held the baby. So hopefully when my grandma gets back from New Mexico, she'll get to hold the baby, because that's the next person I would love to hold my baby. My brother's coming back from Japan. So as long as he's got all his shots, brother, you better get on that. He can hold the baby, and then, anybody else who wants to hold her. So yeah, we're excited. Everything's going well. She's a little fighter. It's just so crazy to, see such a tiny little thing do some major things. Like the other day, I think it was yesterday, my husband was holding her, and she tried to lift her head up. And it's just funny. She did that today too. And she's been taking the IVs out of her hands and out of her feet. And so they had to put an IV in her head, which killed us. But the kid won't keep still. She will not keep still. We did up her feedings. I am able to breastfeed. But at this time, it's just, they're freezing it. They're giving it to her through a tube. We did try to breastfeed her today, but she wasn't ready. But again, we did that kangaroo hold, and she just nuzzled in me, got so comfy and would not let go. And when they placed her on me, because this was my second time to hold her today, when they placed her on me, my heart just like melted. It was so beautiful. Yeah, so I didn't get to hold her until 4 days after she was born. And that was so, so hard for me, you know, because most mommies, you deliver your baby and you get to hold them right away. And I've waited for her for so long, you know, tried for her for so long to be told I'd have to wait 4 more days, you know, or until this, that, or the other. And so I was so excited to hold her. So I cried, of course. But to hold her in the kangaroo way was amazing, to feel her skin on my skin. And I also felt her have hiccups today, which was so cute, because the last time she had hiccups, it was inside me. And I was telling my mom that a lot of the times carrying Jenaveve, I never knew if she kicked, you know, because it was so light or it was so faint. But I always knew when she had hiccups, because that was very, very, very strong. So I felt that today on the outside, with her having them. Oh my goodness, I look amazing. So off to new news. Today is the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, friends. This time last year, okay, we were getting ready to retrieve embryos, right? Eggs, and make embryos. And we were going to my sister's house, and we had packed up all our medicines in a cooler, and we had to act like this is just part of the process. We didn't tell them that days later we would be retrieving eggs. We were very quiet about our journey, because, you know, it was a personal one. So yeah, it's very cool to know that last year we were ready at this time to start retrieving eggs, and we were using shots and doing all these things to get her, and now this year she's here. So this is our first holiday together, and I'm excited. I've already decorated her room. I'll have to show you that if I have enough space here. So we're going to decorate her room. I've heard that you can't see fireworks from her room, which is fine. So I got my husband and I some little sparklers, but they're not like the bad sparklers. They're a different kind. And I got some Pop Rocks, you know, the candy, for, you know, the fireworks sensation. I know I'm a nerd. So I'm excited. It's our first holiday together, and we're going to spend it as a family. So we're here in the NICU, and I hope to keep updating you. I have been so busy, and you would think, you know, I'm just at the hospital. What could you be doing? Well, a lot, okay? I'm super, super, super busy here. If I'm not pumping, I'm sleeping, or I'm spending every moment I can with her, or I'm trying to make myself eat and drink, trying to update everybody. So I hope this video is clear for you. I may just make another video just showing you the 4th of July festivities. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make another video, because if not, it's going to be too long, and you're probably already bored anyway. So yeah, so I'll update you here. I'll try not to share too much on YouTube, just because, you know, I don't know, it's kind of hard, but this is information that people keep asking about, and I don't know when we're going to get out. I have no idea. They say anticipate getting out your due date, which is August 4th. But what's going to happen is once we get to the transitional room, she'll have some minor goals to meet and then some major goals to meet. And one of the major goals is that she'll have to be able to eat on her own. Obviously not feed herself, but like take from me. And yeah, we're not there yet, but we're working every day to get there. She can go to town on a pacifier, y'all. She loves pacifiers. She loves to be held. She loves to eat. I do too, though. So she's making great progress, and she's made me happy. And Jesse and I are just so blessed to have her. And every experience we have, it's been great, you know. Some have been hard, but, you know, we're thankful to be here. We're thankful to have the trials that we have. And we're so thankful to have the victories that we have. So you guys keep us in your prayers. I will share this video. I don't know if I'll share it tonight, 4th of July night, because everybody's busy. But I'll probably post it tomorrow, which is Thursday the 5th. But this is our update. This is what we're doing. And you know what? God is good. And if nothing else, I want to make sure that I always mention that, because you know, without him, I wouldn't be a mom, and I wouldn't have this experience that I've longed for so long. And I finally am. I'm a mom, and it feels good. It feels real good to finally be a mom and have a baby and hold my own kid. So y'all just keep praying for us. We're gonna keep tracking along, and I'll try to update you as I can. And yeah, just check back on my YouTube, and you'll get updates. But I'm gonna take a nap before our big party tonight in the NICU room. So I love you guys. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for keeping us uplifted and motivated, and loving all the posts of Jenaveve. I totally feel like a mom because all my posts are pictures of my baby. So anyways, love you guys. I'll keep you updated. Bye.